Hello again, everyone. Toby Burrell and Joe Holt with you for an exciting night of Lady Devil Volleyball as our Lady Devils host Blue Ridge Early College in tonight's action, considered a non-conference match for both schools. There was no JV match prior to this, so we start out with varsity right away here. And it'll be Blue Ridge Early College to serve first. And that will be getting us underway for set number one. These two teams have met already in the season, with Swain taking a 3-0 hard-fought win at Blue Ridge earlier in the season. These Lady Devils coming off a big win on Tuesday night as they defeated Rosman at Rosman. And Coach Kayla McMahon with a lineup change in that match that paid big dividends for the Lady Devils. And we're underway here from Swain High School, and there is one of those lineup changes as Taylor Collins moves to the outside and Jenna Marr moves to the middle. So a big change lineup-wise, paid big dividends for Swain, and Blue Ridge is on the board first. And that's a long, and that one's out. So score tied up here. I started to say out of habit that it's the Bobcats, but in just looking them up on ScoreStream, it said Blue Ridge Early College Barons. So I don't know if they have changed the name. They still have Bobcats on the back of their uniform. So I have to assume they're Bobcats, unless they didn't get that change in. So, nonetheless, Caitlin Anthony puts the Lady Devils on top first with a 2-0 lead. Anthony's second serve. Blue Ridge looks to attack. Blocked over there by Katie Winchester and Jenna Marr. So the Lady Devils out to a 3-1 lead behind Anthony's serve. Another good one by Caitlin. She's got the pickup on the other side. Ashton Yance to the middle to Marr. And Jenna goes cross court with a big kill there. And Swain up 4-1. Good serve by Anthony. The Bobcats set it over. Yance has to take that one, so Winchester will set it. That's pushed over by Marr. Back set there, and Blue Ridge goes hard, and it's down as it lands between Anthony and libero Kiera Shook. So the Lady Devils will receive serve now, leading by 2. Good hard serve by the Bobcats. Anthony unable to get there, and that one's out of bounds off of her for a Blue Ridge ace. Harder still. That one's over, but it's going to be close. Tipped back over right at Anthony, and she can't get there, so we're tied back up at 4. And that one is out. So Blue Ridge with a substitution as Katie Winchester goes to the service line. That one is over. The Bobcats look to attack. Winchester's there. Now Yance will set it outside to Collins. She goes down the line hard, and Taylor will get a kill out of that. So Swain quickly back up by 2, and Winchester will go to work now from the service line. That one's going to be tough, and it's down for Swain as they push it back up to their biggest lead, which is 3. We're just in set 1. If you're joining us, stay around. It's best of 5 for this non-conference action between Blue Ridge and Swain. So Swain looks to attack. Winchester in the middle, sets Marr. Marr's up and down with it. And Jenna with another kill, and that you can see how well that lineup change has paid off for the Lady Devils as they lead at 8-4. Quick timeout by Blue Ridge. We'll take one as well. So we're back, and as we go to work here, it'll be Katie Winchester at the service line for Swain. As Blue Ridge looks to stem the tide, they go outside. That one's picked up by Anthony. Now Winchester throws it outside to Collins. She's up and down with it. That one's close, pushed over, but it's in the net on the Bobcats. And Swain will go up by 5 here in the first set. Winchester, another good strong serve. Now Blue Ridge in trouble. They're able to get it over. Swain should come out of it with an attack. They go to Collins. It's saved by Blue Ridge. Nicely done. Yance now will set. She goes to the middle of Marr. That one hits the top of the net and crawls over. So Marr again here in the early going. The lineup change of switching Collins and Marr has been a big one for these Lady Devils. 6-point advantage now, make it 7. And so it will be Winchester again. Another successful serve. Yance pushes that one over with the left hand. And now Swain another chance to attack. Back to the outside of Collins. She hammers that one off of the block. So Taylor Collins and Jenna Marr doing the majority of the work here with an ultra-aggressive attacking style that we've not seen so far this year out of this Lady Devil squad. To the outside, Blue Ridge attack. Shook is there. Winchester saves it, but they can't get it over. So now the Bobcats will go to work from their service line, looking to eat into this 7-point advantage that Swain now holds. After that, and a service error that was going to just creep over the net. We'll send Collins to the service line and Olivia Waddy in for the front row duty. Nice save by the Bobcats, but that one doesn't make it over. And so our lead crawls to 9 now here in the first set. Swain in control. Collins, good hard shot from the back on the serve, and now Blue Ridge will get it over. That one is out. And so quickly a 10-point advantage and timeout Blue Ridge. As they do that, we'll tell you that tomorrow night the Maroon Devils will host Hayesville in this conference opener for both schools. Last night we had exciting soccer action as Blue Ridge, early college, and the Maroon Devils went in as deep as you can possibly go in a soccer match. They did the overtime, timed period, couldn't decide a winner. Then they did penalty kicks and couldn't decide a winner before having to go to sudden death penalty kicks. And in that one, Blue Ridge was able to go away with the win. But what an exciting night of soccer here at Swain High School. Good serve by Collins, and that one almost hits the ground. Winchester's got it. Back set to Yance. Ashton just a little too thin with that one. And that breaks the Lady Devil run there and sends Blue Ridge back to the service line. And as we already detailed for you, is these very same Lady Devils who went to Rosman on Tuesday and scored a big conference win at a very difficult place to play in the Smoky Mountain Conference at Rosman. And it was sparked indeed by this lineup change that you've seen already pay huge dividends tonight for Swain as they went on a 10-0 run there with that front line working. So that one drops in. And the lead has been cut by Blue Ridge, but let's see if they can make it all the way back. With a good hard serve to the back row. Anthony steps in with a pass to the middle to Marr. Marr goes to work, cuts it thin, but has to be played. And that's another kill for Jenna Marr. And she now goes to the back row, bringing Caitlin Anthony to the front. Her and Waddy will be the primary hitters. Katie Winchester will set. Played by Blue Ridge. Tough second play. I don't think they're going to get that one over, and they don't. So Swain still cruising comfortably with an 8 to 10 point lead. Marr back to work from the service line. That one's up and over to the middle of the court. Blue Ridge plays it. Waddy has to play that one. Shook will pull it off the bench, and now Anthony gets it over, and the Bobcats go back to attack mode. Pushed over barely. Shook's got it. Winchester sets middle to Anthony. Anthony with a little tip dink into the middle, played by the Bobcats. Winchester has to save that one, so a long skirmish here. And now Anthony goes deep with that one, and we're back to 8. Kendall Cochran off the Swain bench for Marsh. She'll go to the back row. And now Blue Ridge will serve it, looking to cut the lead to 7. Good hard serve. Anthony's got it. It's off the standard, and it will be point for Blue Ridge. So indeed we are to 7 now. Another good hard serve right at Cochran. She's got it to Yance, back to the outside to Waddy. She goes middle, picked up by Blue Ridge. Let's see what they can do with it. That one's over hard. Shook, diving attempt. Can Waddy get there? No. But a nice attempt there by Kiera Shook as it just glanced off of her arm. 6 point lead now for the Lady Devils, looking to break serve. Shook with the pass. Yance to Anthony, and Caitlin has got that one down to break the tide and put Swain back into service position. Jasmine Hornbuckle checks in for Katie Winchester, and now Ashton Yance will serve it from her customary spot in that very back corner. That one's over, but it's out. Cochran and Yance watch that one go out of bounds as they run to the line. And Swain back up by 8 here, looking to make it 20 behind Yance. Cross court by Ashton. Blue Ridge has got it, but that's going to be really close. Anthony at the net. She wins that one. And Swain up to 20 and has stretched their lead back to 9. Ashton Yance back to the service line now. Good hard serve right at the libero, and she can't make a play on it, so ace by Yance. And it's 10-point lead again as Yance looks to serve Swain out here in the first set. And just as sure as night follows day, I jinx her. And now Swain will have to break service. Hard, but out. So Waddy will serve now. Good placement serve. And that's saved. Collins has to rush in and pick that up. Now Yance sets middle to Anthony. Anthony with a good grip at that one. And Cochran can't quite get there to save it, so we're back to 22-14 now. Shook in for Waddy. And Blue Ridge serve. And that one's short. So Caitlin Anthony at the service line. Winchester and Marr, as well as Collins, all back into the lineup. A floater down the line. Blue Ridge with a chance to attack, and they go at it hard, and a good kill there by the Bobcats. Anthony's got it, but can't corral it. Hard serve picked out of there by Anthony, but she couldn't do anything with it. So back to 6 here, as close as the Bobcats have been. Going for the home run may have cost Blue Ridge on that one as the service error. Will give Swain the serve back, and Katie Winchester's job is to score 1 point here in her serve, and Swain will take the first set. Shook's got it on the back row. Collins goes cross court with it. Shook's there. Makes Winchester move just a little bit. Now Marr punches that one over, but had a poor angle on it, and it goes out of bounds. So back to 6 again. Can the Bobcats get closer? Swain was unable to put this first set away on their serve. Anthony with a good pass. They go outside to Yance, and she can't corral that one. And so now it's back to 5 after being as much as 10. Make it 4, timeout Swain. So we're back after the brief timeout by Swain. And now a good pass. Winchester with a set. Yance on the left side, but she's going to get the kill, and that'll do it for the first set as Swain takes it 25-20. We'll be back with a second set in just a few minutes. Almost ready for the second set of play here tonight as Blue Ridge Early College in town face our Lady Devils. 25-20 your score in the first set in favor of the good guys. And Swain looks to continue their hot roll. Olivia Waddy will serve, and she will get an ace out of that to start things off. So Swain takes an early lead here in the second set. Again, Maroon Devil football will open their conference schedule on, I think we had a service before we were ready there, so we're going to replay that one. But the Maroon Devils will open conference play tomorrow night as the Hazel Yellow Jackets are in town for the conference opener for both schools. Nicely done by Yance, but it hits the light standard and will be out of bounds as such. So Shook checks in, Waddy checks out, and Blue Ridge will serve. Good hard serve. Shook's got it. Great pass right there to Yance outside to Collins, and Collins just a little too thin on that one, and it's deep. So the Bobcats take their first lead of this one. Check that. We have a violation on Blue Ridge. So they'll talk about this for a minute and make sure. But apparently it was a rotation error in which the down judge felt that number 1 should have been serving rather than number 2. Nonetheless, Caitlin Anthony will go to the service line for the Lady Devils when play resumes. In the meantime, Jasmine Hornbuckle checks out. Katie Winchester checks in to the Swain lineup. Kendall Cochran also out, as Jenna Marr checks into the front row. So now we're working on alignment on the Blue Ridge side of the ball, because they were out of rotation. So anyway, I think we've got it maybe now, and Swain will lead it 2-1 with Caitlin Anthony to serve. And that one's punched over. Yance has to run for the set. She does a good job pass setting. Collins pushes it back, and now Blue Ridge comes the other way. The Dinka tip didn't make it over. So Swain now with a 2-point lead, and Anthony back to the service line. Good one to the back row. Blue Ridge with a chance to attack now, and they get a kill out of that. Nicely done. So the Bobcats will go to work now. They have the right person in the serving position. She'll get to serve again, and the first time it was a good one. They scored off of it. This time it is not a good one. Again, going for the home run, comes up just short, and now it'll be Winchester to the service line for Swain. We're early here in set number 2 of the best of 5 with Blue Ridge Early College in town. Winchester serve cross court. Nice pass. Set to the outside, pushed all the way back across court. Now it's close to the net. Yance wins that, but they can't do anything about it as they become entangled on that side. So Swain, good job that time by Ashton keeping that one alive. And Winchester will serve it again. That was deep. Played. Now push past and over. Winchester saves it. Yance has to run to get it. And now Collins lets it go down the line, and that one's good. But Taylor Collins ripped that one down the line, past the block and past the defender. And Swain is up with her biggest lead in game number 2 at 4 points. Winchester serves again. This one floats to the back row. Nice pass. Now they have a chance in the middle to the soft. Anthony dives, but Blue Ridge was in the net. Nope. Swain was in the net. Good pass by Anthony there. They go to Marr in the middle, and she hammers that one, but Blue Ridge, can they get it over? Yes, they do. Well played by Blue Ridge. They go back set to Yance. She goes cross court, and Ashton with another kill. Really like this new aggressive look from the Lady Devils. Stark contrast to earlier in the season when they were primarily defensive, being very offensive tonight. Collins with a serve all the way to the back row. That was going to be close. Blue Ridge pulls it out. Now they get it over. So Collins will pass it. Winchester steps in with a set. Waddy on the outside, cross court. And Blue Ridge has got that over, but it's a little too fine down the line and out of bounds. And Taylor Collins to serve it. Good hard serve cross court. Winchester saves it. Yance will step in. She goes outside to Waddy. She tries to dink it to the middle. Had the right play, but couldn't get it there. So Shook will check in for Collins. And Blue Ridge will serve it. That one falls over, but a good ace by Blue Ridge. Three-point lead now for the Lady Devils. Blue Ridge serving. That one's going to be close. Bounces back over. Nicely played. Marr gets an attack out of it. So well done. Blue Ridge pushes that one over. Anthony into the pass. Winchester has to retreat. Sets Marr anyway. That one comes across. Waddy with it. Back to Marr again. That time it delivers. Jenna puts that one on the floor, and Swain back up to a 4-point advantage. It'll be Marr going to the service line now. Caitlin Anthony, her mirror in the lineup, moves to the front line. Good serve deep. Blue Ridge saves it, gets it over, now it's cross court. Shook's there, steps into a good pass. Anthony the outside to Waddy. She goes cross court, a little too deep and out. Kendall Cochran up off the Swain bench. She'll check in for Marr on the back row. Cochran, along with Jasmine Hornbuckle and Sarah Gray, are the three seniors for this Lady Devil volleyball team. Good serve down the line. Anthony's got it, but it hits the speaker. And so we're back to 2 here. Shook with a pass. Yance takes a power. They're going to call a carry on that. So Blue Ridge back to within 1 point now, can tie this game up. Coach McMahon looking for an explanation and got one. Cochran with a good pass, steps in. Yance takes that over to the middle. Nice diving save. Bobcats get it over. Well done. Back to the middle to Anthony. She goes off the block. Several people punch around on it. Now they take it over. Cochran steps into the pass. Good one to Winchester. To Anthony. Goes to the other side of the court. Blue Ridge scrambling now. They got it. Push it over and it falls as Waddy and Shook can't get there. So we're tied at 9 here in the second of best of 5. Swain took the first one, 25-20. Now the Bobcats have made some noise. Outside to Waddy. She goes cross court. Blue Ridge has got it. Go outside, and that one is just deep. So Hornbuckle checks in now. She's got Winchester. And Yance will serve with Swain leading by a point. Yance cross court. Well played. Well played. Tied again at 10. Good hard serve. Anthony with a good pass. That time Yance goes right to Waddy, right behind her. And they go outside, and that was hammered down the line through the block. And for the first time tonight, in this second game at least, set, the Bobcats are on top by 1. Swain looking to break service here. It's Shook, Anthony, and Cochran on the back row. That one's going to sail out. So back to 11-11. And Waddy will serve it. That one floats over to the outside, hammered, but that one's deep, and Swain back in front. Well-placed serve by Olivia Waddy. And now Blue Ridge is able to get it over. Nice scramble on their part. Waddy's pass is a little long, and they go up to hammer it. And both Blue Ridge players tried to attack it, and it goes out of bounds. Swain has led by as many as 5 in this one and now lead it by only 1. And Blue Ridge entering a good portion of their lineup here in terms of service. Hard down the line, Kendall Cochran steps in. Good pass outside to Collins. She gets cross court, well played. And Taylor Collins puts Swain back up by 2 there. And now Marr for Cochran. And Winchester for Hornbuckle. Will be Caitlin Anthony at the service line. Good hard serve to the middle of the court. Anthony's got an ace out of that one. Swain back on top by 3. Blue Ridge with the pass and the set. Now they get a kill out of it. That's deep. They let that go. Shook and Anthony communicating back there, and that one's out. So it'll be a 4-point lead now with Anthony still serving. Off the block, but Anthony can't get there. And Blue Ridge will stem the tide of the Swain service. And now their best server will go to the service line. Takes a little off, gets that one in. Good pass by Shook to the outside to Marr. And that one is deep. It's one of the few hitting errors Jenna Marr or Taylor Collins, either one, has had tonight. Collins saves that one now. Winchester sets it right back to her. And Collins gets a kill in the middle in timely fashion. And that will put Winchester at the service line for Swain. Serve is up and over. Yance takes that to the middle, right to the libero. And now Blue Ridge tries a back set out of that to no avail. And Winchester will serve again, as Swain looks to match their biggest lead of the second game. That one's over. Winchester's right in position. Yance steps right in to set it outside to Collins, and Taylor Collins once again with a kill. And Swain has matched their 5-point lead from early on. Let's see if they can get to 20 here, and they do, and take that first step in putting the second set away. 6-point lead now. Winchester back to the service line. Blue Ridge with a chance to make an attack now. That one's close, but they can't get there, so it's 7 now. And Swain 4 away from taking the second set. Floater to the back corner, well placed. And the Blue Ridge attack is really falling on tough times here over this last little stretch. So after being tied at 11, Swain has outscored Blue Ridge 11-4 over their last 15 points to take a commanding lead and put themselves on the brink of taking game number 2. A little confusion on the back row. And 2 straight points for Blue Ridge pulls them back to within 5. So Taylor Collins will try to serve Swain out. They lack 2 to take the second set here. Good hard serve, and that one is out. The Blue Ridge libero doing a good job avoiding hitting that ball. She really wanted to. So back to the service line goes Blue Ridge. That one's going to be close. And now 4-point advantage. And Swain's going to have to spend a timeout here as the lead goes down to 3. We'll stay here for a minute to tell you that November 6th is election day in Swain County and all across the country. And we in Swain County Schools encourage you to do your patriotic duty and vote. Get out and vote. If you're not a registered voter, we have made it pretty simple for you. All of our schools are a place where you can register to vote. So just ask for the registration forms, fill out your form, drop it in the box that is sealed and confidential, and we'll take it to the Board of Elections for you. It can't get any easier than that. So participate November 6th. Let your voice be heard. Back to action now. The Lady Devils looking to stem this tie. They go to Jenna Marr, and who better to deliver than the sophomore? And Jenna puts them 1 point away from taking the second set after that timeout by Kayla McMahon. It'll be Marr to serve it. Let's see if she can serve set point here, with Swain on top by 4. That one's over, and it drops right in between, so this one not quite over yet. Kendall Cochran checks in for Jenna Marr. And this will be set point if Swain is able to break serve. Floater to the back row, and that one is in. So 2 points away is Blue Ridge. Good volley going on here this time. A lot on the line. Winchester back to Anthony in the middle. A dink over the top. Blue Ridge is able to get there. Can they get it over now? They do. And it's 1 point lead now, 24-23. Hard serve. Anthony with the pass. Yance hustles in to get it. Waddy can't get it over, and we're tied at 24. You have to win by 2. So can the Bobcats come all the way back and take this one? Shook, and they save it. Yance gets it over. Well done. Now can they continue to play defense? Shook steps in. Good pass. Anthony sets it outside to Waddy. Some confusion by the Bobcats. Good hustle there by Yance and Waddy to get to that one. Hit down the line, and that one's good. The Bobcats take 24-25 lead, and they can win the second set. Timeout Swain. 1 point away from losing the second set. So Blue Ridge to serve it, a chance to take the second set. Swain needs to break serve here to stay alive. Over hard, Shook's got it. Yance pushes it on over. That's all she could do, but she backed up. That one's into the middle, and it falls between Cochran and Shook, and Swain has fallen in the second set, 26-24. We'll go to set 3. Set 3 almost ready to go as both teams having their lineups double checked on the lineup card. Per volleyball tradition, the liberos stand and wait to come on the court as they can sub in for anybody on the back row at any time. And we're almost set with that as the Kara Shook is taking the court for our Lady Devils. And now Blue Ridge has done the same, and we'll turn right around and do an automatic substitution of Kendall Cochran for Jenna Marr. And we will be ready to roll here in set number 3. Swain took a 3-0 win at Blue Ridge. And now are tied up 1-all. Good serve by Blue Ridge. That one up and over. Bobcats able to get there. Jump set up and over the block there. Cochran with a pass outside to Collins, and she stands and hammers that one to the back row. And that'll pay off for Swain. As they take the first point here, Marr quickly up off the bench to check in for Cochran, as Anthony will go to the service line first here for our Lady Devils. So Kaylin Anthony's serve is over. That's close. It's going to be out of bounds. So Swain will go up 2-zip to start this one. And it bears watching how the Lady Devils will open in this one after that disappointment of being ahead by as many as 8 points, and then Blue Ridge coming back. And it's called out. It went behind the line before Winchester could play it. So it'll be Swain's point. And Swain off to a 3-0 start. And Anthony still to serve. Caitlin Anthony with the floater. Now Blue Ridge comes on to attack. Marr with a block. It's a 4-0 start. I don't think it's a coincidence by Coach McMahon to have Marr Collins line up first on the front row. And it has been the hot line all night. It paid dividends here so far. They go outside of Collins. She goes straight down the line, a little too thin, just barely missed that. But well placement and very aggressive. So 4-1 your score here early on. Collins with a pass. Winchester sets it right back to her. Collins goes after it hard in the middle, and Blue Ridge will get it over, but it is out. So Katie Winchester moves to the service line now. A good spot to the middle. All the way across court. Nicely played, but I think it went behind the line, and it did. So Swain with their largest lead in the third set, off to a 5-6-1 run, rather. To open this one, they led by as many as 8 in the second set before falling, and by as many as 10 in the first set before winning. So Blue Ridge to serve it now after breaking service. Deep, Anthony steps in. Good pass to Winchester. She goes to Marr in the middle, and that one's cut right on the line. Well done, Jenna Marr. 5-point lead again. Waddy for Shook. Collins to the service line. Good hard floater to the back row. Good pass by Blue Ridge. They go outside with a good set. That one didn't make it over. And so it will be 6-point lead for Swain. Collins still at the service line. Timeout Blue Ridge with a score Swain 8, Blue Ridge 2. So Swain scores again to push it to a 7-point advantage here in the third set. Collins gets shot down that line. That one hits the standard. Pushed right back over by Waddy, and that's called a 2 hits. Collins still at the service line. Blocked in there by Marr. Oof. I think it was Yance who was over there with her building that wall. So Swain able to stretch it to 9 behind Taylor Collins' serves before Blue Ridge breaks it. Kiera Shook into the lineup for Swain, and Blue Ridge to serve it. Good hard serve. Anthony dives. Good job. Catches it. Now it'll be up to Winchester to get it over, and she does, just barely over the net, and it ends up a point for Swain. Back to 9. It will be Jenna Marr to serve it. Good hard serve to the back row. That's going to get mixed up in the speakers. Blue Ridge is able to pull it out, and they go too fine down that line. And it's Swain now has tied the biggest lead they've had tonight at 10. Marr, another floater. Shook picks that one up. That one's cross court. Blue Ridge back on the attack. That one goes over. Waddy gets it. Marr's there to save it. That one's deep, and it's out. Just out. Just out. So Swain with their largest lead of the night. They've jumped out to a 14-3 advantage to open this third set. After a disappointing second set, Caitlin Anthony makes it even more at 12. And Marr will serve. It's a floater to the back. There's a push to the setter who's not there. And suddenly this thing is careened way out of control for the Bobcats. They take a timeout. So we return. Blue Ridge has now expended both of their timeouts. They're out of timeouts in this third set. Jenna Marr still serving. That one makes it over. Winchester will set it outside to Waddy. She goes cross court, played back. Shook's there though. Right in front to Anthony. She tips it right over the block. Almost got it down, and Blue Ridge does get that one down. Cochran will get Marr. And Blue Ridge with a sizable lead now to have to dig into as this one progresses. Anthony with a good pass. Waddy takes it on over is all she could do. And there's the block by Yance and Anthony, but it goes out of bounds. So point to Blue Ridge on the good aggressive hit over there. Shook with a good pass to Yance to Anthony in the middle. She goes right down the middle, and it's in. So Swain able to go back by 12, and Hornbuckle will check in now for Winchester. Yance to serve it. That was a knuckleball right at the back line. Nothing. You do or die. Cochran backs up, makes a good pass to Yance in the middle to Anthony, and she cuts it cross court right at the back row. Played. That one's cross, and Waddy gets a piece of it, but not enough. And Kendall Cochran careens into the wall over there. Let's make sure she's all right. She is. Good hustle. Almost got to that ball. And back to 11 come the Bobcats. Blue Ridge to serve it. Anthony has no choice but to play it out to Hornbuckle, who gets it over. Now let's see what Blue Ridge can do. They go cross court. Well done. Good pass, Cochran. Yance takes it to the back row. They're there. But in the confusion over the setter, they can't get to the pass. And it will be Waddy to serve. Down the line, and it's in. A ace by Olivia Waddy. So she'll go back to the service line. Good hard one cross court this time. Close. Yance has to play it. Hornbuckle in to set it. Go outside to Collins. That one's up in the rafters for a while, but Taylor able to push it over. And again, here in the second set, that one hits the ground. In this third set, rather, the Lady Devils being much more aggressive than they were in the second one, where they kind of fell a little bit flat near the end and stopped being aggressive. So 19-7 your score, and Blue Ridge to serve. A floater to the back row, and now it's almost played over. Floater over. Shook's got it. Yance moves to it. Now Collins will attack right down the line. That's coming straight at you. Make a play. Taylor Collins again pushes Swain to 20 at 20-8. And now Caitlin Anthony will serve. Cochran comes out. Marr comes in. Winchester comes in. And Hornbuckle comes out. And now Anthony will serve it. She cuts it down the line. Played by Blue Ridge. Now they'll have to scramble a little bit. Yance with a good pass sets it right to the middle to Marr. Marr goes off of the top of the net and the block and down, and we're at 21-8. Strong statement here in the third set by the Lady Devils. Let's see if they can go ahead and close this one out and finish it with a flourish. They have the front line up there they'd like to have in Marr and Collins. Shook moves, gets that one. Marr helps it, and now Winchester can't get there. Three points away from a win here in the third set. Winchester to serve it now. That one's up and over. Free ball for Swain. They will look to attack. Set to the middle to Marr. She just pushes it over. A little too close to the net, perhaps. I don't know. Hard to tell. Shook gets there and gets that one set to the outside. Collins and Marr get caught in no man's land. And suddenly we're at 12 points. Serve up and over. Shook moves and gets it. That serve was moving a lot. Winchester wins the battle at the net, and we're 2 away from a win here as Taylor Collins goes to the service line now for the Lady Devils. Good hard serve down the line. Pushed over. Shook saves it. Great pass out of that. She comes across. She can't attack because she's a back row player. Marr can, and does. So go back to Collins on the service line at set point here. Floater deep, and that's a little too deep and out. So Blue Ridge has some work to do here as they trail it by 13, but they trailed by almost that amount in the second set and came all the way back to take it. Anthony with it, set to the middle. Marr pushes it high and over. Pass by Anthony to Yance outside goes Winchester, and it's pushed over. Nicely done by Blue Ridge. Good scramble points there to Marr in the middle. She doesn't get her feet lined up the way she wants, and we're back to 12. Shook with a good pass. Winchester pushes it up front. Marr goes after that one hard and attacks, but it's out. So 11 now is the lead for Swain. That one's pushed to the outside, hits the light, and Jenna Marr able to push it on over. Now here comes Blue Ridge, blocked by Marr and Yance over there, and that's going to do your third set. Swain takes it 25-13. So almost ready now for the fourth set of this one. Swain leads it 2 sets to 1. Kiara Shook will serve it now. Her serve is up and over. Let's see if the Lady Devils can get off to the same hot start they did in set number 3. That's middle set to Anthony. And they are up 1-0. To start things off, and Kiara Shook, the junior libero, will serve it again for Swain. That one's up and over, same spot. Let's see if she can make it work. Good hammer attack. That one's good. So that'll tie it at 1-1. That one misplayed on the front row. Another ace. And Blue Ridge with a 2-point lead. Believe it or not, that's their biggest lead of the night, and they held it when they won the second set. So service error ends that streak. Marr and Winchester in. Cochran and Hornbuckle out. Anthony to serve for your Lady Devils. So Caitlin Anthony, the junior middle hitter, she'll start things off here in this service rotation, and we're back to tied at 3. And she's got an ace to go there, and Swain is up 1. Anthony for her third serve. Knuckleball to the back row. They fight and win it, and that's under the net. So 3 in a row for Anthony, matching the number on her jersey. To the outside to Collins. She goes hard off the block. Good save by Anthony. Collins saves it. Now Marr pushes it to the middle. Libero saves it. It's over. Shook's got it. Yance will have to take it over. Libero again with it. And Blue Ridge gets it over. Well played, Bobcats. That's all you can say. Now Yance goes deep with it. That one bounds around in the rafters, still able to pull it out. Here come the Lady Devils. Will they attack? Marr goes soft to the middle, and they get that over. So the Bobcats scrambling here, facing a 2-point deficit. They can't get that one as Jenna Marr absolutely puts it away to stretch this lead to 3. And the 4th straight point served by Caitlin Anthony, the junior middle hitter. Good hard serve this time at the back row. It's taken straight over. Collins passes it to Yance. Back set to Winchester. She goes down the line. Blue Ridge having to scramble to get there, and they do. Nope, it hit the top. So 7-3, the Blue Ridge crowd very unhappy, but it hit the rafter on the Blue Ridge side of the court, so that's a point for Swain, as the next time it appeared was on our side. The Bobcats scrambling. They've been excellent at that this game, and they did it again. Now Yance has to scramble herself, and that one's going to be passed over by Winchester. More dives by Blue Ridge as they are absolutely getting after it. Now Yance will set it outside of Collins. She hammers that one off the block and down. Taylor Collins with another kill. And we've got a 5-point lead here for the Lady Devils. 6 straight rattled off by Caitlin Anthony at the service line. She shoots for number 7 here. Good one down the line, and that one's going to mess around in the rafters again. Blue Ridge gets it over, and Swain will attack. That's been the story of this one. Marr, oh my goodness. Jenna Marr putting on a show. Timeout Blue Ridge as the Lady Devils are up 9-3. As we return here in set number 4, Swain leading 2-1. It will be Caitlin Anthony still at the service line. She has reeled off 7 straight, looking for number 8. Blue Ridge takes the timeout to try to jinx her. A floater into the middle, and that one's close. Marr and Collins fight over it, but it doesn't make it over. And so just like that, it is 7-point lead for Swain. And it was this line in the second set who did the damage as well. Blue Ridge gets that one over. It's hit. Shook's got it. Yance is right there. And she goes outside of Collins, and the Swain is still attacking. And that one goes out of bounds. That's what happens when you attack, folks, is you get miss hits going out of bounds everywhere. Doesn't always have to hit the floor for you to be able to score. Anthony again. Back up with another one. Right straight at the libero. Let her offense do the work. They're red hot. That one didn't make it over. Good call. That'll be 10 straight for Caitlin Anthony, and now a 9-point advantage for the Lady Devils. Anthony again. That one's tipped. 11 straight. 10-point advantage now for Swain as they've blown this one open here in the early going. Floater to the back row, misplayed. Ace Anthony, 12 straight for Caitlin. And an 11-point lead now for the Lady Devils. There's a floater by Anthony. That's going to be close. Winchester has it hit. And Yance does marvelous work with 2 hits there to save that one. That one goes hard. Shook's got that one. Played by Marr and now pushed over by Anthony. Good scramble by Swain. Now Blue Ridge has got to scramble a little bit as it gets up in the rafters. Shook steps in, passes to Yance. To the middle to Marr. She goes right over the block, but it's down. Yance has to take it. Now Winchester will set it real close to the net. Marr managed not to get under somehow, and that one gets down for the Bobcats to break the tide. I think the score is 14-4. I think you're right. The score on the clock here is 13-5, but I think they've missed a point, and they're setting it now. And that one is out. So Swain has broken serve just like that. Remains at a 10-point lead, and it'll be Katie Winchester with Yance, Collins, and Marr on the front row. Winchester serves the first one. Nice soft one into the middle, and Blue Ridge scrambles to get that one over. Blocked by Marr on a dink. They try to push a dink over, and Jenna Marr is right there for it to push it right back at him. And so it's all Swain in this one. I think the score is still off on the scoreboard. We got 16-4 if I'm not mistaken. That one's going to bounce around in the speakers just like that. Timeout Blue Ridge, and maybe they can get the score straightened out during this timeout. We'll take one with them. 16-17 for your score. So we're set to resume. It'll be Winchester to serve it. That one floats up and over, and Blue Ridge will scramble around to get it back in. Marr gets a piece of that one. Yance has got it. She goes high to Collins, and Collins goes down that line again and just blasts that one by. Our score still doesn't jive with the score on the scoreboard. Odds are good they're not going to correct that one, so it will probably be the one that will stand, even though Joe and I believe we're right with our score. And that one doesn't make it, so that'll be a 14 or 15-point lead, depending on how you look at it. Biggest of the night for the Lady Devils. They led by 13 in set number 3, which they won 25-13. And they look to be on their way to do that one. That one touches the top of the pole as it comes out. So 15-point lead, and that's a big, big hole for Blue Ridge to have to dig out of here. They go to the outside with a hit attempt. That's cross court right to the open hole. And so Blue Ridge gets that one down and stems the tide just a little bit here. They need to go on a run and dig into this lead. As Swain is sitting right on 20. Floater to the back row. Anthony Yance has to help it. Marr will jump and hit. A little bit behind her, but that's okay. I like the aggressiveness myself, even though it doesn't work out. So Blue Ridge will serve it again. Floater to the back row. Anthony, good pass right to Winchester. She goes tight to Yance. Yance has it blocked, but is able to save it, and then they fight over it and can't get there. That's a communication issue there. And Blue Ridge to serve again. Shook with the pass. It's going to be a tough one. Marr has to free that one over, but does so deep. And now here come the Bobcats looking to attack. There's Marr with another block. Anthony gets there and gets it. Winchester sets it on the outside to Collins. She hammers it off of that block. Saved. Winchester goes deep corner with it. And now they're in scramble mode. Can they get there? Yes, they do. Winchester goes middle dink and has it down. Collins is at the service line with Swain 5 points away from match point. Corner, and Anthony has to one-arm that one. That'll be free-balled over by Marr. After all of that, set back to the middle, and Blue Ridge can't take advantage of that. So 4 points now away from taking this match are the Lady Devils. 21-7 on the scoreboard. Collins with a deep serve. Now the Bobcats look to be aggressive. Now Swain with a chance. They go to Yance. She places it, but not on the floor as Blue Ridge stays aggressive. Back outside. Marr off the block. Blue Ridge able to play it. Waddy's got that. Nobody can get there. Shook will get Collins. Good hard serve. Kira Shook right there. That's from Marr. Picked up by the Bobcats. Now they'll go outside to their best hitter. She goes down that line again and just rips it home. For the Bobcats, back to 11 is Blue Ridge. As we said earlier, they have a lot of digging to do, unfortunately for them. See if they can get all the way back. Anthony with a good pass right there. Winchester sets it middle to Marr, and Marr rips it, and that is just out. Shook with the pass, and it's a good one to the middle of Marr again off Winchester, and that one is good. So Jenna Marr with another kill off the Katie Winchester pass, and Marr will go to the service line now. With Swain 3 points away from taking this match. Anthony in the middle, and she goes cross court. 2 points away as Caitlin Anthony puts one down. Marr to serve it again. Good hard one to the back row. Good pass by Blue Ridge. They set it to the outside to their best hitter. She gets a little on top of that one and sails it to the back wall, and Swain is now at match point, 24-10. Marr serves to the back row. Well played, nice pass. Back to the outside, it's going to be freed over. Marr steps in, it's a little too high, and it's hammered out. And that's going to do it, 25-10. So Swain has taken this match 3 games to 1 by the scores of 25-20, 24-26, 25-13, and 25-10. Appreciate you joining us here on the Marine Devils Network tonight. Remember, tomorrow night, join Gary Ayers and Rob White with all the action beginning at 7 o'clock for the pregame show, followed by the kickoff of Smoky Mountain Conference action as the Hayesville Yellow Jackets visit our Maroon Devils. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you down the line.